So welcome back. Again, I'm Michael Ventrone. Okay, this is my documentary regarding BS trust funds over in Chester County, Pennsylvania. This one is specifically file number 1500-1654. This was registered by Andrew Doan, George and Sheila Hunt's lawyer at Fox, Lenz Cantor Macy, but never actually created it. And this is basically the story of how FoxRothchilds got their hands on the $1.2 million marital asset of mine, pretended it was a trust fund, and laundered the money straight up through their company via legal fees. Okay? You probably already watched the introduction. That's this button. You're now at navigation. That's this button. Okay? To contact us, we'll bring up a form. If you put your email, I can get back to you. Donate. This is what it's all about. I've been told I need $120,000 for legal fees to get the children's $1.2 million family money back. That was stolen from us. So that's what it's all about. So again, this is the navigation. This is the home page. If you scroll down, it gives you some information on my experience as pro se. Okay, going up against $700, $800, $900 an hour lawyers. Not exactly easy. It's a lot of work. Okay. Also gives an introduction and mainly the courts I've litigated in. Now, eventually I want to get some links in here, get a video intro for each and every one of these, but again, it's time consuming. Donations, the more I do, the more I can get to help, the more time I can spend on this stuff. So if you just go to About Us, okay, gives you, again, more information on me. I'm an IT project manager. I am not a lawyer. I'm not practicing law without a license. Okay, I'm not trying to teach law without a license. Just giving you my experiences and hoping contribute. $5, $50, $5K, whatever you can afford. Help us out. You find it helpful? If it helps you or a family member, find it entertaining, just feel bad for us. Doesn't matter to me. Help us. Okay? As far as my opponents, a friend of mine told me the cutesy little nicknames really make the story. All right? And if you have a nickname, you probably didn't give that to yourself. Someone else gave it to you, and it's stuck. Okay? So here's the opponents here. So you got Johnny Wannabe here. Okay? He's the one that did the bankruptcy for 3.5 years. 3.5 years we litigated in a bankruptcy. Okay? In the end, he blew it up. Didn't get any money for it. Well, he did. FoxRothchild did. Here's Doan. This is the idiot that created the trust fund. Well, registered it. Didn't create it. Jimmy Q, baby. This guy worked with my mother. He's the one that introduced me to these worthless FoxRothchild lawyers. Bunch of thieving lawyers. Okay? Oops. So here's the skirt. She's the one that's litigating in Orphans Court, Chester County. And Rogan, you ever get me on your podcast, I'll give you the story about the nickname on that one. The rest are kind of self-explanatory. There's Bill Weemsey. This is the one. 250 sequences, I think, now in family court. All right? Montco Family Court. At the end of the scam, basically what happens is there's no money left. So when my ex-wife was evicted, 2024-21507, had the locks changed, all of our possessions taken, thrown out in the street. What's Bill Weemsey do? Well, you ghost her. You can't mail him, you can't email him, you can't call him, he doesn't return your phone calls. Thing is, this came from Montgomery County Family Court regarding his needing to be there. You can't just blow off the court. You can't just stop representing your client. Doesn't matter if they can pay you or not. You don't just stop representing them. You need court approval. Never did it. Okay? There's Coop, the financial rapist. That's the one that's never been in a courtroom. Him and Jimmy Q. For over a decade now. Never once have they been in a courtroom. They've spent $1.2 million or pissed it away, but never been in a courtroom. I'm trying to change that. There's Dragon Slayer. He takes on the big guys. No, he doesn't. All right? He suckered Judge Cunahan into awarding legal fees for something she previously ruled she didn't have jurisdiction over. Shame on her for doing that. Then, of course, lazy little bitch. This is the one coming after me in a criminal trial. She got 3 emails. She's going to prosecute me to the fullest extent of law. I've been awarded 4 days of a jury's time. Max fine is $1,500. Could be a year in jail. $1,500. 4-day jury trial. Talk about a waste of the people of Chester County's time. But when you're trying to cover up the scam that's profitable, I guess you do whatever you have to do. And there's more. I just haven't put more up there. So next is the judges. I haven't put cutesy little nicknames up for them, but I have them. All right? Now, when I told you they were taking out judges, they took him out. Barrett's no longer a judge. He was forced to resign mid-term. Okay? Now, in case you don't know, judges are immune to prosecution, but there's no guarantee that they can fulfill their full 10-year term that they've been elected to. Barrett didn't. As far as I can tell to now, Orphans Court judge was allowed to finish his 10-year term as long as he didn't look for re-election. Okay? Barrett violated my constitutional right to a fair trial. To now remove my mother as trustee without a replacement, which was literally a violation of trust fund law. Then again, he's ruling on a trust fund that doesn't even exist. Even though I repeatedly asked for judicial intervention into investigating what the hell was happening. But again, got to cover up the scam. Very profitable for the lawyers. Clifford, he replaces Barrett. You can't make this up. A special election. Changes his party affiliation and to get enough votes to win the special election. And now he's like head honcho down there. Over $50,000 worth of check fraud he is directly responsible for. Him and Coop the financial rapist with the help of Bill R. Weemsey. Ironically, the 2-year statute of limitations for the over $50,000 of check fraud is over, but there is currently a civil suit between me and my ardent credit union over the liability of that. So again, here's Cunahan. She's making rulings on something she ruled she didn't have jurisdiction over. Just suckering the judges. Here's Rosado. She replaced Tanel. Last I saw her, I'm forbidden to ever go to Orphans Court again. Which, by the way, those Orphans Court rules, there's one that's called knowledge. I have knowledge of this trust fund. She's required to listen to me. So she's either incompetent or she's trying to cover it up. Either way, she shouldn't be on the bench. And then here's Judge McCabe. He's one that gave me a 4-day jury trial. FoxRothchild has tried to stop this for years. And he gave me the 4-day. My guess is these FoxRothchild people a little worried about it. Okay? The family. George Hunt Sr., Sheila Wall Hunt, Radnor Hunt Club, Master of Fox Hunting, creating all the events. Worried about their daughter. We should do a trust fund. George Jr., never once helped. Went to Orphans Court repeatedly. You would think at some point he'd show up and be like, hey, this isn't what my parents wanted done with the money. Maybe it's what he wanted done with the money. Maybe he told Coop to do this. Here's Mary. She was supposed to be co-trustee with Dylan. Another one. Never showed up in Orphans Court. And of course, here's Ashley. Last I heard, she was living in a hotel. Penniless, homeless, jobless, mentally ill. Not good. The law is the same, but right now that's blank. I'm thinking it's probably better I get out of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania before I start putting their little pictures and nicknames up there. Again, the court cases, it's just a recap of all of it. I got some placeholders in here. I'm going to, again, try to get videos for each one of them, give you a little update on all the smaller ones. But again, the bread and butter is Montgomery County family, Chester County orphans. And the bread and butter is the files, okay? This is by each court, and it has all of it out there. All the orders aren't there yet, but if you go into the orders in the exhibit outline, Just look at all the orders. It's a book of orders. If you're a lawyer, my God, how much money are you making doing all this? Well, if you claim to represent a trust fund that's not real, watch what you're doing, okay? But if you scroll all the way down here, it is alphabetical order. And again, these are orders. I don't even have them all up here yet. There's a workbook outline for the exhibits, okay? I've left that in spreadsheet form. Okay, you got exhibits 5 to 100 and tracking. 1 to 50 is earlier in the tab, but really sorted by date. What really jumps out is the instrument, which was the codicil will, was created in 2000. This is like 25 years this has been going on. 25 years. Can you imagine that? You must have a lot of patience if you're not, I don't know, taking people out. Holy crap. But what you have is the exhibit number. My Roman numerals may be off, but there's a lot of them. The docket is what court it is. So you go back previously, you want the details, you go into that area. Okay, the name of it to help you when you get there, the date, the description. Okay, read the description, it's a quick overview. If you find it interesting, think it might help you, or just curious, go read more about it. Eventually, I like to get where I have a link to the document and then a link to the video. So that's kind of a future enhancement, but something I hope can help. Okay, the next one is donate. You donate. I'm using, it's called Clover. Okay, you'll see Ventron Enterprises. Anything you can. Anything to help us, okay? Name, you put your email in here if you like. Card information, debit, credit, Amex. They should all be, I'm not sure about Discover, but Visa, MasterCard, Amex should be taken. Okay? Then the final is just to contact us. You know? You want to put your email, I'll email you back. You want to leave me a message? What can I do to make this site more entertaining, more educational? Okay? Taught for the University of Phoenix for over a decade. I like to teach people. I like to help people. That's what I'm doing here. And if you can help the children and me, try to get the money that was stolen from us back, contribute. Help us. And that's pretty much it for the navigation. Again, anything that's not clear, reach out to me. I will do my best to get back to you. Thank you for your time.